stiffen up the backbone, get the chin up, and get going. And that's what you did. Now, so you finish that year and you come back. How does this whole Montreal thing happen?
Well, to be honest with you, it was a personal relationship with Scott Mellenby, who was the assistant GM at the time. We had played golf a handful of times in previous summers. Someone that, I grew up watching play for the Blues, someone I have a lot of respect for, and basically somebody that was willing to give me a second chance. And awesome. I can't thank him enough for taking an interest in me as a person and as a player. And frankly, probably, was changed my life. I'm not really sure what I would be doing today if it wasn't for him saying, like, we're going to give this guy an opportunity to come try to make our team and see what he has. And I can't thank him enough. I can't thank the organization enough for just giving me a chance. And I was really fortunate that to get a second chance, but that it worked out. And for every guy like me, there's hundreds and hundreds of guys that, aren't able to get a second chance and don't get that opportunity. So that's something that I, kept in the back of my mind throughout last year. Even when times were tough, it was like, hey man, like, you've experienced worse and things could be a lot worse. So, I tried to bring that type of mentality to the rink every day. I tried to keep the guys encouraged and to, let guys know that, like, hey man, if we stick together and if we, try to keep a positive outlook, shit's going to get better. And if it doesn't happen this year, well, the guys that are back next year, you'll have a leg up on training camp because you have that mindset. So, I think those experiences helped me kind of get through last year for sure.
And looking at the Habs and the situation they're in, okay, they end up getting that first pick. We talked a little bit at the draft. How excited are you as a now? You're like an elder statesman on the team.
I think I'm the oldest guy on the team now.
Right? 32. You went from, but 32 years old. And there's an opportunity here for you with a lot of young guys coming in to be able to have an impact on those guys. How cool is that? And coming to the Bell Center every day, playing in that building, just the excitement, the energy that comes with playing in Montreal, especially going from Russia. And then all of a sudden you're in the Mecca, really the Mecca of hockey.
Yeah. Pretty cool. I basically went from, like you said, no disrespect to Torpedo's rink, but I think it was built in like the 50s.
It's like a nightclubs.
It's like an old Soviet, like, ice arena. It's like a tin shit house. And now I'm playing in the Bell Center and it's like, a complete 180, but it's playing in the tin shit house makes me fully appreciate the Bell Center. And every, it's like, wake up and kiss the ground, man. Like, this is as good as it gets. And then, just the direction that the team is going, the young guys that we have coming in, it is so much fun to be a part of because these guys are full of energy. They want to get better. They work hard. Having Marty as our coach, he's kind of like, I don't know if there's a more perfect fit for kind of the way that he wants to develop guys as players in a team concept, but also as individuals. And it's fun to come to the rink every day. And it's hard for a non-playoff team to say that, right? And it's no disrespect. Obviously, we want to win games. We want to be competitive. But I think that the stuff we went through last year will give us a leg up going into this year. I think we're going to be a lot more competitive than people think. And it has to do with, just kind of having that mindset that we're going to get better every day and we'll take some lumps, but we'll come back the next day and swing and get back in the fight.
Marty, okay, we have Marty on here, and he hadn't signed his new deal yet with the Habs. And we had him on. Listen, when he got named, I think a lot of people in the city obviously were shocked. Marty said, Louis, he hasn't coached anyway. He was coaching kids. Fine. And I spoke with you and Nick, and you said when you heard him speak the first time he talked to the team, you've never heard anything like that before come out of a
No.
coach's mouth. And can you kind of just convey the gist of what he said and you know,
Yeah. I mean,
because it was so positive, right, for
I'm
you?
not going to like, I don't want to divulge too much. I'm sure you guys are, like, what's said in the room stays in the room, but to have the impact that he did on our group so quickly, and to hear guys that, we have guys that have worked in the organization for 30 plus years, and they're leaving that meeting and they're saying to us players that was the best speech that they've heard in hockey. And there's been some very, very famous coaches that have coached in Montreal, very famous, front office executives and players. And that's pretty special. And you kind of saw the message that he delivered to start the draft and different things. And this is not somebody that's doing this for money or attention. Like, he's a Hall of Famer. He made a shitload of money playing hockey. This is him being genuine. Like, he loves hockey. He loves to help people, and he wants to make guys better. And I'm not sure, and it's no knock to any coach that I've ever had or any other coach in the league, but it's pretty unique to have a coach that believes that if he can make you a better individual player, that it will benefit the team. And he takes time out of, I mean, I'm not sure if this guy sleeps. Like, he is on 24, like we'll like have a long flight. You'll see him in the breakfast room and he's like spry. And I'm like, Jesus, man, this guy is a machine, And so it motivates you. It's like, all right, well, if our coach is doing it and he's, 15 years older than me, then I got to get my ass going here. Like, let's go. And I think it's great for the young guys, right? They see him, he's in the gym in the mornings. He's got a sweat on while we're having breakfast. And it's like, all right, if he's doing it, we all got to get our ass in gear. So I think it's great for us, and I'm excited to get this year going.
I loved him when we had him on too, but you're right. It's kind of like he's almost like he's doing it. He's like giving back to the game, right? Like it's awesome because his story was crazy too, and like all the things he got through to get to where he's at and being a Hall of Famer. But I can only imagine, what it's like to have him as a coach, and that's great. You guys have him for sure.
Yeah, never drafted, and we spoke at the draft, obviously, and yeah. And I know this is not your place to pick players. I get it. It's a general manager. And here you are, a member of this team. And the knock on the team over the years is they were small. A lot of small players. Got some size back on D at one point when they went to the final. They had all big defensemen, a lot of small forwards. I believe that perfect mix is you need size, speed, up the middle, on the wings. You can't have all big, but you got to have that blend. How shocked were you when, everybody in Montreal is thinking, right. I looked out in the crowd. Everybody got right jerseys on, right. And all of a sudden, they step up to a microphone and they pick this kid, and he is a freaking monster, this kid. He almost broke the bike when he was doing the test the next day. But how shocked were you and excited were you that they picked this kid, Seflowski?
Yeah, I mean, definitely excited. I mean, anytime the team has the first overall pick and it was in our home arena and I had the opportunity to come to the draft, I wasn't going to miss that. That was a really, really cool moment to be a part of, just kind of being around the buzz and everything. But, when they made the selection, you heard the crowd, everybody reacted, whatever. But you just look at our management staff. I mean, these guys are thorough. They're not doing this for fun. They understand that this is the Montreal Canadiens, and these guys want to get the Montreal Canadiens back to where they should be, and that's at the top of the league. So they are. I don't think they're going to really be influenced by media or what anybody else thinks. These guys are thorough. They do their due diligence, and they're going to build a team that I don't know, how long it's going to take, but the Montreal Canadiens will be a premier team in the NHL very soon.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. Honestly, I look what Jeff Gorton has done in the past in Boston, in New York, and him. coupled with Hughes. I just think the two of them got it going. In
And
the
I already
right
have a
direction.
contract, so I don't need to.
No.
I'm not. I'm not trying to. I'm not sucking up to
I know.
anybody. But like working with these guys, it's like, it's like they treat you with so much respect. They treat you with so much. They're trying to create an environment where guys can thrive, guys feel comfortable, guys can be themselves within the team and play to the best of their abilities. Where, you have some managers that want to put the fear of God in players, and it just, guys are just, they don't feel right, So this is kind of a, for me, it's kind of something new where, if you're checked in, if you take care of yourself, physically and you're in shape and basically you give a shit and you want to work hard and be a part of this team, there's no issues. They want to have guys that are, self-motivated and, want to get better. And it's fun. They're fun to be around. They're good guys. These guys ask about my kid more than my own friends do. They're like, "Hey, how's Henry doing?" They know his name. It's like, it's just good people. So I already have my contract, so I don't need to, I don't need to suck up or anything. But honest to God, it's a great staff, and I think that the people and the fans of Montreal should be very excited.